The remake for Dead Space is coming out very soon. I recently went back and played it, and it reignited my love for the game, as it always was one of my favorite games of all time, but it had been quite a while since I've played. This game was made all the way back in 2008, and still looks great today. Now that I'm older and looking into character analysis and lore and world building and mystery a little more than I used to, it made me come to a realization that this game is amongst some of the best ever made, and in an era of gaming that I feel has come and gone. This game, when it came out, was not super special by any means, as there were other great games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. But what made Dead Space so special amongst the games and a favorite of gaming fans is its character and story, and how well thought out and how in depth the world building was in development, and has become a classic amongst all of gaming, not just in the horror genre, but in gaming as a whole. Even in 2023, people still play Dead Space. And we are going to get into the main protagonist of Dead Space, who is Isaac Clarke, the unlikely hero of his story. And there will be heavy spoilers beyond this point, so you have been warned. The year is 2508, and Earth in its past came to a point where humanity had almost gone extinct because there was too little to go around. Earth had burned up all of its resources, and a company known as the CEC, or the Concordance Extraction Corporation, came in with a solution. The USG Ishimura would go out amongst the stars and start gathering resources in a practice known as planet cracking. Now imagine a cake on your plate, and each time you put your fork in and you take a bite, there is less of that cake left. And this is the easiest way to describe planet cracking. Dismantling a planet chunk for chunk until all that remains is an empty space where a planet used to be. They would then process the mineral out of this planet and useful resources from what they just took apart and send it back to Earth if the planet was deemed rich in mineral. And the USG Ishimura has done this 34 times. And she was on her 35th process when the rig went dark due to an unexpected set of events that we must now go and investigate, as we, Isaac Clarke, along with other specialists on the team, all having a unique set of skills, was sent out on the USG Kellyan to find out exactly why that rig went dark.
Why is it all dark? I don't see any running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them. And stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix their ship, not the other way around.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automatic docking procedures a go.
What the hell?
Sir, the auto.
What is it?
We're off track. We're gonna hit the hull.
Hit the blast shields. That guidance tether's damaged. Switch to manual, now.
Inside the magnetic field? Are you insane? Abort!
No! We can make it inside. Corporal, gave you an order.
Field's too strong.
So as they physically see the Ishimura and they are planning on docking, they get hit by a piece of debris from where the Ishimura's already started the planet cracking process. Now, Isaac Clarke volunteered for this mission because his girlfriend, Nicole Brennan, is on this ship and was on the ship while this blackout happened. So he has zero information on what is going on. He hasn't heard from his girlfriend. He is in already a bad state of mind going in fear that the worst may have happened to his girlfriend. And he has already started to take a hit to his mental capacity before this mission has even started, and it only gets worse as it doesn't take much time at all for them to figure out what caused the blackout.
Get that computer display up, Isaac.
Use the locator system to find your next objective.
That doesn't look good. She's taking a lot of damage.
The tram system's offline. Getting around's gonna be difficult. The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
What the hell was that?
Automatic quarantine must have tripped when the filtration system restarted. Everybody relax.
What was that?
Not sure.
What the hell? I don't know. Something's in the room with us.
Jesus! Overfire! Overfire! Get the power! Get the...
Come on. Got it!
Isaac! Get the hell out of there!
The door's unlocked! Run!
They just witnessed a monstrous being drop from the ceiling in the room. The quarantine from the ship went off and separated them while this monstrosity was ripping apart somebody from their crew. Now Isaac is stuck behind the quarantine zone and has to make his way through the ship on his own. But being that the others were cut off, Isaac has now become their biggest hope of getting out of there alive. And you can imagine going through Isaac's head that Nicole is on this ship while these things are running around. His fear of what might have happened to her may have just heightened from a bad situation to fearing the worst, as it is most likely that she is probably not alive because of these things running around the ship. Now, any being up until this point would scare and probably try to find their way out. But Isaac traverses this ship, still determined to do what he originally came there to do, which was find Nicole. Now, this tells you he is an extremely determined individual. And although the horrors that they just witnessed with their bare eyes, he doesn't scare easy. Monsters, ships wrecking, going through space, these things do not scare Isaac. What scared Isaac was possibly losing his girlfriend Nicole. If that tells you how much he loves Nicole, that is quite a bit. And that means he has priorities on top of everything, has a conscience, and he's trying to seek closure regardless of what state he may find her in. And this is someone that will see something to its end regardless of whether he likes the outcome or not. That trait has the potential for making a hero. And then with the situation at hand, with the planet cracking process, the tools aboard, he is an engineer and he is very resourceful when it comes to using these plasma tools as weapons, knowing what each one of them would do. He knows that the armor and the level of protection that these armors provide, these are potential armor that he can use that can double not only in environmental but in combat for the situation he's in, because these creatures have sword-like appendages, and the suits he wears has armor for, like, when you blast something with the plasmica, the shrapnel would hit the suit. And he almost has like the perfect makings to be the man for this job. Even though he volunteered, it still puts him as the best man for the engineering position on this job. And without Isaac, I think they would have been doomed.
God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what I did. I never wanted to hurt you. You need to get it back now, Isaac. You can pilot the shuttle remotely from here. Make us whole again. Make us whole again.
So as it seems that Isaac has found Nicole, I want to get into his mental state, because I did say he is also flawed. And his flaw is he was influenced at some point by this ancient relic known as the Red Marker, which is a man-made type of technology reverse engineered from alien technology. And it was uncovered through a conspiracy from members aboard the Ishimura to recover this relic. And what this relic was doing was keeping what you see these creatures becoming and turning into and stuff. It was kind of keeping that somewhat at bay, and they had removed it, and that is ultimately what caused the state of Ishimura to become like it was. But also this red marker was causing Isaac to have hallucinations as he was trying to find Nicole, and when he found Nicole, somehow this technology was making him hallucinate to somewhat help the red marker, so to say. It's a slightly confusing, but it does have a mental impact on him as we find out that when we think we found Nicole, this wasn't her.
Thank you, Isaac. I always believed in you. I knew you'd return to me. We are whole again, Isaac. We are whole.
Emergency.
Isaac, you really didn't think I was just gonna walk away, did you? I can't do that. Marker's coming with me. It's a shame. I was starting to like you. Even if you are insane. What, you don't believe me? Take a look at yourself. Better yet, take a look at the video from Nicole. And this time, watch it right to the end.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing. It all comes down to one little thing. I didn't want it to end like this. I really wanted to see you again. Just once. I loved you. I always loved you.
There are a few key things I want to take away from this scene. Number one, we see that Nicole is dead. She was not living. What Isaac was seeing was not actually her, but could make a hallucination real enough for the person to believe it. And number two, Kendra tells Isaac, your hallucinations were caused by that thing, the red marker. But she didn't just say hallucinations. She said you were its pawn. So it implies that the red marker has some level of intelligence and obviously some type of empathy as well, because it could sense almost like someone's determination or will. It could detect the right person to surpass all odds. Almost forecast that out of everybody aboard, out of a ship with thousands of souls, it waited until Isaac was aboard to be like, okay, this is the guy that will make this happen. His determination to find Nicole will use that to keep his hope alive and keep him going. Will also use his skill set. He's an engineer. He's perfect for all of the equipment on this ship. It implies that not only was the marker intelligent, but extremely intelligent at that. And whether it be a marker, something evil, or whatever have you, it tells us a lot about Isaac. There is definitely something special about Isaac Clarke. He wasn't just chose out of random, because you gotta remember, there were 1,000 people on the ship that this marker could have chosen and misleaded them to guide the marker back to where it was. But it waited until Isaac Clarke boarded that ship, and it seen something within Isaac that no one else might have seen. And we see at the end of his journey, the end of the story of Dead Space 1, he makes it off of the planet, and he makes it off of the Ishimura, and he takes a long hard breath after taking his helmet off. We finally see his face, and just takes a breath of relief that he made it out of there. But then we see he is still hallucinating as he sees Nicole.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry.
That scene at the end showed us that he was just a normal person underneath the helmet, and also gave us a look into the future of Dead Space 2 and 3, that the marker has left permanent damage on his mind. Isaac Clarke is a hero, but yet a flawed one, and it's that sequence of events that made him an iconic character throughout the entire trilogy. But this being the best introduction to a hero that I can remember, even in 2023, Dead Space is by far one of the better games I've ever played, and it is because of Isaac Clarke and character development that I got into this YouTube channel to begin with. My love for this stuff started with Dead Space, and I want to hear what you guys think, man. What did y'all guys think about Dead Space? And what was your reaction when he finally took his helmet off and you seen him after not speaking the entire time? I didn't even think we was going to get to see his face. And when we did, it was just such a rewarding ending, but we seen that it definitely damaged him, and he didn't deserve it. There'll be more Dead Space content coming soon. Waiting on the remake to come out, we're definitely going to check that out, and as well as getting into Dead Space 2 and 3 and more lore and more character analysis. And I hope to see you guys there, man. If y'all like the channel, just hit the like and subscribe, show the channel some love, and also if there's something you want to touch on or see, let me know. We'll see you in the next one.